ANC tried to play a number on us, and Julius Malema said, "Not on my watch. I see what you're doing. You're trying to whitewash what the police minister is saying. Mister, where are the dockets? Where are the 121 dockets, and why were they taken?"
Where are the 21 dockets, 121 dockets? Where are they now? Why were they taken?
From ANC asked Senzo Mchunu, the police minister, where is the audio where Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi from KZN, tiny little province, is threatening, the police minister? Where is the audio? Because that is where the minister left us on Friday, promising to bring it back, only for this to go down. Let's get into it.
Minister is clean. That conversation had not been or was not recorded, and I thought part thereof was actually recorded. That's why I brought it here. But it turns out that it is only in reference. So my answer to you is that I thought that that had been recorded. It turns out it had not been recorded. It just comes as a reference, rather.
Okay. Does the minister understand that as things stands, given that response, the ad hoc committee doesn't have the evidence of threats as things stands now?
The ad hoc committee has a reference as it stands now, and I would advise that if it pleases the ad hoc committee, you can get Mr. Nkabinde to come and say it for himself. So it shouldn't just be just because the actual recording is only in reference, and therefore that's the end of the game. It's not the end. And Nkabinde is alive, he can be asked to come so that he says it himself, if you so wish.
He's alive and kicking.
It's alive and kicking, just like...
No, it's fine. Yes, Chair.
You know, this morning when we started, from this table, we made an announcement to members of the ad hoc committee that our support team followed up with the minister and his team to forward the extract that he wanted us to play on that day. And as at the time of resumption of proceedings this morning, that extract has not been forwarded to us. So it is not us. It was him who said it last week on Friday, that he wanted us to hear that extract and it was not there in the recording. And you are very right that when we rose, Honorable Malema said, please make sure that whatever piece of information you want to bring us, make it available. So it has not been made available, Honorable Minister. And the question that the Honorable Member is asking, he is justified to say that as it stands now, the ad hoc committee doesn't have that extract, which you promised that it will be made available.
Yes, Chair, and I give a reason that I was under an impression that it had been recorded when the recording of their conversation had started, and it turns out that it had not started on the first day when that was mentioned. It only started on the fifth day.
Yeah,
yes.
I take the explanation, but the fact remains, as we proceed now, the extract is not here before us.
It is not here before us as intended, except to add that it is in reference, only in reference.
Yeah, we agree. If we use the primary and the secondary, we will say the primary is not here.
I would agree.
So? Thank you so much.
Because you are putting it as if we should have the recording. The minister does not have a recording. He told us he's got a recording and he wants us to play. That's number one. Number two, he wanted us to listen to something he never listened to himself. Because it's not there. And that's what you should be asking the minister. Not that where we are now, we don't have a recording. That recording doesn't exist. Let's agree there. That there was no such a recording where Mkhwanazi was threatening the minister. And that's why I was interested that he must bring that thing here, because we want to hear for real if minister was threatened. Minister comes, that thing is not here, and then we speak in different languages. We must put it on record that the minister doesn't have that recording, and therefore that recording doesn't exist.
You are absolutely correct, Honorable Member. And that is how we are proceeding. That is understood, Honorable Minister. We are proceeding from that premise that the evidence that you promised has not been presented before the ad hoc committee.
Again, yes, I've said so.
Thank you so much. Honorable Nwala, you may proceed.
Thank you, Chair. I think both yourself, Chair,
So basically, Senzo Mchunu made up a whole recording in his mind that he himself never heard. He never heard. And this is not the first mistake he made of the day. He also brought a document that says a certain mayor, I think it was unalived as part of the political killing, numbers of people that were politically unalived. And then the, again, ANC member comes to say this man is very much alive. He is alive and breathing. What do you mean that he is not there? And then he says, oh, okay, that was a mistake then. My lawyers are the ones who brought the document. I didn't check it. So he's bringing a lot of stuff and he is showing he is very much unprepared and just throwing stuff and hoping something will stick. Better yet, he is hoping no one is paying attention. He is hoping no one is paying attention, but even his own ANC members are catching him out and they're calling him out gently though. But then Malema says, no, we got to call a spade a spade. It's not that you don't have the recording right now. The recording does not exist. Therefore, in Paul O'Sullivan's words, Mkhwanazi cult score 1. Senzo Mchunu score 0. Okay, that's an on goal. You made up this whole story about threats, and you can't even prove it. And now you say let Nkabinde come, and he must talk about it. But you know what? I'm gonna end it right here. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Why were the other MPs not pointing this out? So if Julius Malema had not highlighted that it must be on record, this does not exist. So the DA was fine with this. Something's up with the DA. Something is up with the DA, but I'll check them on their question and answer and see where they stand. And I'm going to bring this video to an end. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to like, to comment, to subscribe. I'll continue bringing you highlights as they come up throughout the day. There's no scheduled time. It's just going to be haphazard. I don't know when Senzo Mchunu is going to say something epic. But something tells me he will throughout the day, and his tension is going to rise throughout the day, and he's going to continue gaslighting. It sounds to me he's got a full tank to gaslight inside that ad hoc committee. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the next upload. Bye.
Did the president agree to the disbandment of PKTT?
The answer in the affidavit is that I briefed the president, he agreed with the briefing I gave him.
Is the answer yes?
Yes, as is in the affidavit.
The answer is yes. The answer which we must record is yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
Baleka.